Guys, this one might be fun. We're gonna take a quick look at something really interesting that I've wanted to try for a long time, and I used some of the membership money to do it. So we got it in for the channel. It's probably gonna be done as a giveaway, but before we go any further, you guys know what time it is. Turn down the volume because here comes a little bit of music. Is the Boker Plus Anti-MC. It is a ceramic bladed knife. Before we go any further, this is Kyle Hill. His channel is a lot of fun, all kinds of science stuff. I can't afford to send any money his direction, but I can definitely send you guys to go check him out. So go give him a view or two, and if you like his channel, subscribe. Like I say, support the channels you love. So this is a all titanium construction handle with a ceramic blade. So, I mean, there's not a lot to say. This is just the first impressions. I've always been curious about these. There's some things about it that I already don't like. I was going to do an unboxing, but I forgot it was coming and just opened it up, and I was like, oh, well, it's already here. So let's go ahead and do the first impressions and take a look at it from above. I will meet you guys down at the
Guys,
counter.
I'm going to apologize in advance. I have not felt good all day today, so I apologize. There's not the normal energy you would get there. So this is the Boker Plus Anti-MC, ANTI-MC. Now this is a full ceramic blade, titanium handles, scales, and pocket clip. I believe the top pocket clip is titanium. Let me tell. I don't want to be telling stories out of school. It is not. It is a steel pocket clip. Now, in the intro, I mentioned that it was all titanium construction. These are actual steel screws. I checked that as well, but I hadn't checked the pocket clip. So first impressions on this. This is an extremely light knife. Now, I will tell you I had this knife apart already because I was having some problems with the action, and I still am. The action is really stiff on it, and if you hear that bang, that thing is snappy. Now, I love that in a knife, but do I love that in what is basically glorified glass snapping open onto that? It looks like obsidian. It is an attractive look. Now, I've always wanted to try one of these ceramic knives. This happened to be in the price range I could afford, which was cheap. It was on sale, and I had a gift card that someone sent me that I could use on Knife Center. So, like I said, it is a full ceramic blade. When you see down there, you can see it says Z. Let me see if I can zoom in and we can get it a little closer. ZR02. So this is, I believe that's zirconium oxide that they use to make this. At any rate, it's a ceramic. Titanium, scales. It is well executed. It's not an unattractive knife. It is pretty well made. The pocket clip does have a lot of play back and forth. But my biggest concerns with it are this. Bang. That snaps open so hard, and to have a ceramic blade slamming into that stop pin, I'm not 100% sure I trust that. The other thing I'm concerned about is I have a tendency to drop things. If you see any of the knives I own, they've been dropped. I have nerve damage in this hand from having several shoulder surgeries, and I have a tendency to drop things. I'll pick keys up and walk away. I'm afraid that I'm going to drop this. And if you guys know anything about ceramic, well, if you've ever had a ceramic sharpening stone and accidentally dropped one, I think I have I have an example of that here. This used to be a full-sized ceramic Spyderco medium grit stone. That's what I'm afraid of with this. Now, other than that, I mean, if it holds up to it, I'm cool with it. The action on it is really good once you break that detent. It snaps open. This is probably one of the best blades on a Boker I've seen in a long time. It's consistent, even ground. There are no problems with the edge, but I would say I think that Boker's probably having someone make these blades for them, and then they're assembling them. This thing came ridiculously sharp. I've been told that the ceramic knives come incredibly sharp. I was prepared for it to be sharp, but I'm going to tell you guys, it is ridiculously sharp. In a weird way, it doesn't feel like it, and then when you start to cut something, it just cuts so aggressively. And then the other thing that I've got a problem with it is that it does have some substantial lock stick. Guys, the wife came home and needed me to help her carry some stuff in. She was flagging me down. What I was saying is, the last concern I have, you hear that? Significant lock stick. And I'm afraid that, you know, ceramic is brittle. I know it's really strong, but it's also really brittle. I'm afraid that between the snap there and then that pop of the lock stick, I'm really afraid that this blade is going to crack or chip. I had some weirdness to it that I felt when I first got it, so I actually took it apart. I'm going to show you the detent on this is really weird. It's not a detent hole, and I'm going to show you a picture. I'm going to put it in right here. So the detent felt really weird, and you can see from the picture, that's because it's not a hole. It's actually a groove that's cut in it. I would imagine it's because it's probably almost impossible to drill a hole. I did notice that around the pivot hole where it looks like they drilled, there was a lot of chipping. But for all of that, the action on it is pretty good. It is stiff. I will say the action is stiff. This is not like a knife that just snaps, you know, and falls shut. It's because it runs on some probably Teflon washers or something. It's not a super expensive knife. So, but it is, I do like the look of that blade and that real nice, it almost looks like a polished DLC. And the fact is, this thing is ridiculous sharp, like I said. So, yeah, hear that pop on that lock stick? Yeah, I'm just kind of concerned about how this is going to hold up. So we'll have to see what we will see. Guys, that's pretty much all I got on this. I just wanted to show you some of the packaging. The packaging, because like I said, I was going to do it as an unboxing, but I kind of blew that because I didn't notice what it was until I'd already opened it. So comes packaged really with a nice little case. Nice little case, wipey rag. This actually is a nice case. It has several pockets. You could put a few things in here. I don't know. It comes with a wipey rag, and it came up with some information. It talks about what to do and what not to do. Now, I wanted to look at this. I wanted to show you guys this right here in English. So these knives they make these knives, and they understand that people are, so only apply light pressure blade, razor thin blades cut effortless. It does cut really effortlessly, except pressure causes, involves the risk of damaging the edge if it impacts materials, metal, stone, glass. That's one of the things I've heard, that if you bump up against something hard, the edge chips because it's so thin. And then the last one is, do not put lateral pressure. So that really limits you on using this knife. Like if you're cutting, it's so stiff. If you're cutting something, you twist, this knife is gonna probably chip on you. Now, I will say, super thin, but even though it's really thin, it's not uncomfortably thin. It's broad enough, not tall enough, Jared, broad enough that it's still comfortable in hand. I just wish it had another option for pocket clip. And then the last thing, like I wanted to put it, this is a tip down carry only. Why, in all that is holy, did you put a pocket or a pocket or a hole for a lanyard in a knife that is tip down carry only? The lanyard's gonna be down in your pocket. That's like wiping before you poop. It doesn't make any sense. That's something PDM would do. Speaking of which, guys, I know you probably saw the little quick intro thing that I put up in lieu of broccoli head and Papa didn't raise no kami. There's a good chance that there's some PDM merch coming. So last thing I wanted to note, the thumb studs are attractive. I've heard that these were supposed to be rubberized to make it easier. I don't find them to be rubberized. They feel like hard plastic, but that does give it kind of an attractive touch. So, all right, guys. Oh, geez, the lock stick on it is ridiculous. That's all I got on this, guys. Let's go ahead, turn this around, and do some final thoughts.
A couple little things. I'm worried about the action being that snappy that the blade could break. It is a ceramic blade. The lock stick as well, I'm afraid that it might crack that lock bar interface, the radius on the blade. And I'm not a fan of the tip down only carry option. So that's just some little things. Inclusion of a lanyard hole, like I said, all those things I said down below, they don't make a lot of sense to me. So guys, that's it. If you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. If you don't like them, give them a thumbs down. Please try to tell me why. I can't change content if I don't know what you don't like. If you want to support the channel, sometimes it's as simple as just sharing the videos if you think someone else would like them. But if you want to support it financially, there's a multitude of ways you can join via the link down below where you can join. You can get an exclusive content, early access to videos. You get exclusive giveaways if you're the premium and baseline tier members. There's affiliate links down below if you want to go to Amazon and look at some of the tools and things that I have offered up as duplicates to what I use for some of the videos and all that. You can get in there, and anything you purchase, even if it's not the item you clicked on, I still get credit for. So do some shopping with my affiliate links. I also have the Ember Shirt Co. storefront and my storefront, which is also at Ember Shirt Co. Any of the shirts you purchase with those links, I get credit for. And if you check out, use the coupon code CrazySharp, all one word, capital C, capital S, CrazySharp. It saves you 10% at checkout. Guys, that's it for this one. I love you all. Take care of yourselves. Be good to each other. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Keep it clean in the comments section. It makes it easier for me to moderate. And I will see you in the next video.